What's up, my untalented ones? It's your girl Don. Welcome to, or welcome back to my channel. So, in today's video, we are going to react into my rich siblings thought they got rid of me at age 3. They lived to regret it. My story. But before we get into this video, make sure you guys comment, subscribe, and share. If you're new to the channel, get to my goal 600. Down below, my Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok can be right here. Also, today is my birthday. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. This video is gonna be uploaded the day after my birthday, which is gonna be on August 11th. But yeah, I just turned 18, you guys. So if you want to, give me a birthday gift, it can be, subscribe to the channel and subscribe to my vlog channel, which is YTO Vlogs with 3 Z's, would be right here. And with that being said, let's get into this madness that we see.
Put her in! Put her in there before Dad gets home. I'm trying, but the cage is too small. I screamed and fought. I tried to push my way out, but Alice was starting to tape the box shut. She's too fat for the box. Mandy's always been too fat. Can you not just stand there and laugh, Billy? Mom and Dad are gonna come home soon, and we have to get rid of her now. Get the lavender.
Lavender?
I don't know what it is about that perfume, but every time I smelled it, I would just instantly fall asleep.
Well, lavender
and
is
that
like
time it worked as well.
Lavender is like a scent that helps relaxes the brain and like the body, so I think that's probably why.
Seconds, I was snoring, and Alice and Bella and her twin Billy wrapped the box up nice and tight just in time for the mailman to arrive. They sent me away to a far distant land called Chuncheon, and I never saw them or my mom and dad ever again. And guess what? Bella, Billy, and Alice were my siblings. I was only 3 years old.
What the heck?
My name's Mandy. This is the story of how I was shipped in a box all the way to Korea. I was adopted. My parents saved me from a cruel life in an orphanage where the nuns starved us and punished us for so much as speaking to each other. Mom and Dad adored me. They already had Alice and the twins, so when they got me too, Alice and Bella and Billy hated me. They thought I was trying to steal what was theirs, but that's not true at all. I was 3. I didn't know any of that stuff. I always thought Alice would be the heiress. After all, she was the eldest. I just loved having parents. I just loved not being in that orphanage. But Mom and Dad...
Them parents are like they from Naruto or something. The dad with the little beard and stuff like that, like from Naruto.
Began to love me more and more. Even more than their own children. I know we're not supposed to have favorites, but this will be our little secret, okay? She would tell me that whenever she'd sneak some dessert into my bedroom late at night. She and Dad would often come and read me stories at night, and they would always give me chocolates and parfaits and donuts. Things my brother and sisters were never allowed to have. We're disappointed in your siblings. All they want from us is their inheritance, and you don't seem to care about any of that.
I mean, she probably wouldn't care about that because she's adopted, and the only thing that she's worried about is trying to have a shelter and parents to watch over her. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think she's really worried about any of that inheritance because she's just happy that she has a place to call home. So
you just love us for being your parents. Sometimes I wish you were our real daughter. Little little did we all know that night, as the three of us snuggled and my dad read a bedtime story, Alice was listening. She had been spying on me ever since she saw one time that Mom and Dad were sneaking some sweets into my room. That was when their plot began. Alice told Billy and he told Bella, and from that day on, my siblings planned on making me disappear. Their chance came when Mom and Dad had to go on a business trip. All week long, they tried everything to get me to disappear. They flushed my goldfish down the toilet. They replaced my cereals with cat food, and I ended up eating it. They locked me out of the house and made me spend the night outside while it was raining. I had
She was 3 years old. Why are you gonna do that to a
to
3-year-old?
sleep in the literal doghouse. But none of that made me want to run away. Not even after they kept teasing me about being adopted. Because I knew Mom and Dad loved me, and that was my home too. When the girls finally ran out of ideas, Billy suddenly stood up. I could see the light bulb over his head. Billy was never the smartest, but I guess that time he had an idea. They called a mailing service and they told them they had a very important package to send. They said it was a pet, and that was why they put me in a cage. It was made for a small dog, so I don't know how they managed to fit me in there. And I don't understand why the mailman never asked why the pet was all taped up inside the box. But I'm guessing it was the wad of money Alice handed him that did the trick. So, there I was, in the cargo area of the plane that Friday morning, sharing a space with two bonobos, a cat who kept hissing at me, and a dog that farted a lot. And when I arrived at a random address in Checheon, South Korea, it was the talk of the town. The poor old lady who got the package nearly fainted when she opened up the box and saw me. She called me her miracle baby. She and her husband had never had a child, despite many, many years of wishing for one. People came far and wide to see the miracle baby. They were all curious to see the kid who got shipped in a box, and they couldn't figure out where I'd come from. I made the news, and they wrote articles about me. From that day forth, my new mom told me that I was her lucky charm. Things began changing for my new family. Dad got a promotion and a company car. Mom's fried chicken stall got so much attention and so many customers that she was able to afford a place for a restaurant in less than a year. She called the place Miracle Chicken. And that's where I grew up. I would go to school, and every day I would bring my friends to Miracle Chicken. And that was where we'd all do our homework. And Mom would fuss over us and feed us all with her delicious fried chicken. I was so happy with my new family that I soon forgot about my old one. After all, I was too young to remember much anyway. When I grew older, I began asking more questions. When I got to middle school, the kids got meaner, and I realized quicker that I was not one of them. Why did I look different? How did I end up becoming Mom's daughter? Could I even call myself Korean?
My thing is this. Their kids sent you all the way to Seoul, Korea. The parents didn't try to, do police reports or, oh, my child is missing and none of that. Like, they didn't try to put anything out to the point where, like, they can find her. Because they said that, okay, the parents are on a business trip. This child is about, like, she's in middle school now. And these parents still don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all should be looking for y'all child. Because y'all adopted her. Try to figure out what was going on. But I don't hear nothing about what the other parents said. Like, I just want to know what the other parents did to find her, or if if they even tried to find her, to be honest.
Don't mind those children. They're just jealous. You are beautiful and kind. something they will all never be. Stick to your friends who love you and don't mind the rest. I hugged my mom and thanked her. But unfortunately, it wasn't all as easy as that. Those girls who picked on me and called me names kept coming back every day. They would throw stuff at me during class, and they tripped me when I was walking down the halls. In the cafeteria, they would start a chant about me being adopted, and the rest would join in. My friends would try to defend me, but they ended up getting tormented too, and I couldn't stand to see them get hurt. So I stopped being their friend. One day, it all got so bad that when I walked home from school, I found my mom outside her restaurant trying to wash off graffiti from the window. Those girls crossed out the miracle and replaced it with the word foreigner.
Wow.
I transferred schools after that. Dad moved us all to Seoul, and there we had to start again. We weren't all so lucky that time around. It seemed my miracle had worn off. Dad got laid off, and Mom's new fried chicken stall tanked. Nobody knew us in Seoul, and nobody cared that my mom made amazing fried chicken. Until an agent saw me walking down the street. He dragged me to his agency and put me in front of his boss, and once his boss saw me, his eyes lit up and he smiled. "You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Can you sing?" I blushed. No one had ever asked me before.
She is gonna be a K-pop star.
I sang my heart out. I sang for my mom and dad, and for the mom and dad I lost when I was only 3. I always sang when I was alone. But that day, when I sang in front of Jaehoon at his office, everyone had tears in their eyes. They clapped, and Jaehoon hugged me and planted a kiss on my cheek. "We're gonna make you the biggest star Korea has ever seen." I blushed and I smiled. Nobody had ever kissed me before. My rise as a K-pop star was meteoric. I was the leader of a girl group, and we exploded into the scene.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly, I was doing tours and making so much money, I didn't know what to do with it. I gave it all to my mom and dad, and together, they built up Miracle Chicken again. And in only a year, it became one of Korea's biggest companies. Mom and Dad were so proud of me, and that's all I really cared about. I was only 17. All I wanted was to make my parents happy.
Started mad early.
They retired and left the business to me, and I left the spotlight. Jaehoon was so sad to see me go. So were my girl group. So to celebrate my farewell, we did a world tour, and it took me back to where I grew up. I dreaded it. I didn't know what awaited me back there. But as soon as we landed, everything felt so good. Everything felt like home. Crowds gathered around us. They chanted our names. My farewell concert was an absolute hit. There were girls screaming my name, boys who professed their love. But in the midst of all that, I only had eyes for Jaehoon. And how I know I'll miss not seeing him every day. I went up to him, eager to confess my love, when I heard a voice I would never forget. "Mandy! Mandy! It's us! Your siblings! We're such huge fans! Mandy, sign my photo of you! My little sister's a superstar! I can't wait to tell my friends!"
Back up! Back up! Back up! Security! Security! Get out of my... Nuh-uh. No. Not finna happen. Y'all shipped me away because your parents were putting so much love and hard work to an adopted child and didn't have no love, no type of support, none of that. Y'all shipped me away to Korea. I'm big balling now. Y'all are down here, I'm up here. Get out my face. Push. No, I do not claim y'all. I don't claim none of y'all. Not even your parents, since they didn't want to come and, you know, search for me. Yeah. Nah.
I visited them. I saw that my old mom and dad had retired and left Alice the company. And I saw that they were not doing great.
Oh, well.
There was a foreclosure notice on the house. I hugged Mom and Dad and told them I would help. But I saw the greed in my siblings' eyes. I knew they wanted to use me, my money, and my fame. So I gave them what they deserved. I invested in the company, heavily, until I owned 70% of it, and none of them could do anything. I bought the house from the bank so they couldn't seize it, and then I gave it to Mom and Dad. I leaked it to the press that it was Alice, Billy, and Bella who put me in a box and shipped me to Korea. I fired my siblings and threw them out on the street. Nobody would hire them after all that scandal.
Wow.
And then I flew my Korean parents in to live with my old mom and dad. We were a weird bunch. 2 sets of parents and an adopted child. But soon enough, we became a happy family. Because Jahoon and I got married. And now, we're expecting twins.
I don't know why the whole entire thing was just so, like, dead, no music, no none of that, but, that was the end of the video, y'all. That's crazy. Like, I still feel like the parents ain't do, like, they just let everything happen. They didn't even try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they should have been trying to look for their daughter, but they didn't. But we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. But you guys, if you like this video, make sure you guys comment, subscribe, and share. If you're new to the channel, give us my goal 600 down below. My Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok can be right here. Also subscribe to my vlog channel, which is YTO Vlogs, which also be right here and down below. Tell me what other videos I'm react to, and happy birthday to me. 18 now per. Bye.